Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? My name's Ayo, and I'm back again with some more questions. So I know I've been going for a hot minute. I think I say that in every video that I upload, but I'm back again. Hopefully, we'll be uploading a bit more. But yeah, so today we're just going to go over some ethics and personal value questions. I have three for you all. So let's do them together. So yeah, let's get started. So, question number one. Also, I want to say this before I start. I know a lot of people say I talk too fast in my videos. Again, I apologize. I'm from New York. We talk fast. If the speed that I'm talking is too fast, you can always change the speed settings on the video and do it at like 0.75 or 0.50 if it's really too fast for you. But I get it. So yeah, so that's an option for everyone who thinks I talk too fast, which is okay. I'm from New York, like I said. But let's get into it. So, a social worker is working with a client who holds cultural beliefs that conflict with the social worker's personal values. What is the most ethical response? So, this is something that happens a lot, right? You can be working with someone in different social work settings that may have different personal values or cultural beliefs than a social worker, especially in the times that we're in now. So it's really important that you understand how to move through that, um, you know, when it comes to the questions as well as in your own practice. So, answer A. So, educate the client on why their beliefs may be harmful. B. Respect the client's values and focus on their identified goals. C. Refer the client to another social worker who shares their beliefs. Or D. Challenge the client beliefs using psychoeducation. Okay, so let's take some time. Before I talk about what the answer is, what do you all think the answer is? I want you to put it in the comments and think about what would be the most ethical response, right? So when it says what's the most ethical response, thinking about our own code of ethics and seeing where this aligns. So the correct answer here would be B. So let me highlight that. Respect the client's values and focus on their identified goals. So let me highlight that. So why is the answer B? So you always want to remember, us social workers, remember we have to be culturally competent, culturally humble. And it's important for us to uphold our clients' rights to self-determination, even when the beliefs differ from our own. That is really, really important. Our clients, they have the right to create the life that they want for themselves. They have the right to engage in services that they feel will be necessary. Us as social workers, us as providers, we are not the person to tell people how to live their life or what their life should be. We're just there here as a resource to help them create that life and provide them with resources to help them, get to where they need to be. So that is why the answer is B. If you're confused on that, leave a comment and I'll try my best to respond to you. Next question. So, a social worker learns that a colleague has been billing for therapy sessions that did not occur. What is the most appropriate action? So, someone is billing for services that they did not do. So, they're charging insurance companies or charging clients for sessions that didn't happen, which is definitely a no no. So, what is the correct answer? So, is it A, ignore the situation unless the client complains? B, confront the colleague directly and demand they stop? C, report the issues through the appropriate professional channels? Or D, offer the help to the colleague to adjust their billing practices? So let's take some time. Before I say the answer, pause the video, think about it. What is the most appropriate action? So I know some people are going to put B, confront the colleague directly and demand they stop, but that is not the answer here. So in our code of ethics, it talks about like, right, if a colleague is having like a minor issue or something that may not be unethical, like let's say if a colleague is coming to work late or something like that, or you notice that they may look like really overwhelmed or something like that, you directly go to the colleague first before going to the supervisor or anything like that. But when it comes to unethical behavior, like let's say a colleague engaging in a relationship with a client or a colleague billing clients that for services they didn't do, that is where we go above that and we report them to the appropriate professional channels. So that could look like reporting them to their licensing board, reporting them to your supervisor or the heads of the agency. So here, the correct answer is going to be C. So I know this one, maybe tricked some people. People may have thought, hey, I talked directly to the colleague, but here it's a no. Anytime it's a person is engaging in unethical behavior or behavior that may harm a client, you don't talk to them because that also can be dangerous. You don't know what type of time your colleague or that person is on, that if you tell them, they may think, oh, you're going to ruin my life, you're going to ruin my license, and they may try to harm you. So if they are doing things that may harm uh, that may be behavior that's harmful to the client or maybe unethical, you go about them. You report them to the supervisor or report them to the board, depending on what the questions answers are in that question. So the correct answer here is C. And lastly, a social worker is seeing a client who recently started dating the social worker's close friend. The client has shared personal details about the relationship in therapy. What should the social worker do first? So here, with these exams, rather be the clinical exam or the master exam or the bachelor's exam, there's a lot of questions that says first, next, best. And what you want to make sure you're doing when you are reading these questions and reading the answers, you want to make sure you're answering the actual question. This question is actually, what are you going to do first? So you found out a client is dating one of your close friends. So do you A, remain confidentiality to continue treatment as usual? B, inform the client that they must end therapy due to conflict of interest? C, discuss the potential conflict of interest and explore alternative treatment options? Or D, tell the friend what it was shared in the session to prevent any ethical concerns? So what's the answer? So right off the back, definitely not D. You definitely are not going to be telling your friends about what's going on in treatment with your clients. Absolutely not. So D is not the correct answer. So what is the correct answer? So the correct answer here is going to definitely be C. Discuss the potential conflict of interest and explore alternative treatment options. So why is this the correct answer? So a lot of times when we are trying to figure out what's the best thing to do ethically, you always want to make sure that you are thinking about a client's self-determination, also thinking about different ethical dilemmas that may impact treatment. So based on the different answers here, the best thing that we could do is to discuss it with the client, right? By discussing it with the client, we're keeping them involved in treatment, but then also, laying out the facts for them. Like, look, if a person is dating your therapist friend, the client themselves may say, hey, I don't feel comfortable, help me and refer me out to someone else. Or a person may not care. They may say, look, okay, now that I know that, I may be more mindful about certain things. Not saying that they need to be more mindful. I think a person should choose whatever they feel comfortable with. And like I said in my earlier question, that you want clients to have the right to self-determination, that they get to choose what they want to do, regarding like treatment options and things like that. It wouldn't be appropriate for us to just maintain confidentiality and not communicate that. It also wouldn't be appropriate for us to say, look, we just got to end treatment because of the conflict of interest and that's it. um, you know this person is dating a friend. So you just want to make sure that's clear and the client knows. And then you discuss what can the alternative treatment option be for the client if they choose to not continue to work with you, or anything like that. So these are all the questions I have for now. I hope this makes sense. Also, too, I also want to say when it comes to these questions, remember, you have to choose the best answer, right? Like the best answer based on what's given. So, like the last question we just did, based on all these answers, the best thing that we could do here, when it comes to it, that maintains our ethics, as well as what's the first thing that we do, is to discuss them, discuss the conflict of interest. We may end up terminating with them, but that wouldn't be the first thing we do. We wouldn't just go to a client and say, oh, we're terminating. That's it. No, you discuss the potential conflict of interest and explore treatment options with them. So I hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions about anything that I said or you disagree with me, leave a comment and I'll make sure to respond. But hopefully I'll see you all real soon, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.